Let's do it. Let's do it.
We are live,
Good
ladies and gentlemen.
evening.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Shay. Introduce yourself. Tell the folks who you are, how great you are.
Good evening, everybody. I am Shay Forston, the co-founder here at Forston Consultants, Digital Flow Solutions, and the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, where we teach people and we house people utilizing the ILF model. So that's a little bit about me tonight. I'm excited. This is our Tuesday night throwdown, showdown, and we are going to talk about all things ILF. We're going to talk about all things about software and systems and how you can utilize all those methods to help make your business better, whether it's an ILF, whether it's a bakery, whatever you do. We are here to have this conversation with you all tonight on how we've utilized virtual assistants, softwares, and systems in our housing programs, and not just in our housing programs, but all of our ventures, right? And they take us to the next level. So, Derek, that's what I'm excited about tonight, and that's who I am. And go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm known as the ILF guy. I'm Mr. Derek Forston, ladies and gentlemen. So I am, again, the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. That's my personal independent living facility. But I'm also the founder and thought leader of Forston Consultants, where my family and I, my wife, we go all over the world showing people what is this shared living concept that we're always talking about. What is this co-living, this communal living? And like Shay said, usually on Tuesday nights, we're here to talk about virtual assistants and the software system that runs our ILFs, right? And also every business that we have. But since we're talking about the ILFs, what do we use? What are the tools that we're using to be successful in this ILF model? And simply for us, guys, is Digital Flow Solutions, which is what we call the best software system in the world, but also using virtual assistants. So tonight we're going to let you guys see our team and kind of sort of what they do. But again, everything's wrapped around to our June 21st and 22nd event. So again, if you've ever had the idea to start your own housing program, if you ever thought you wanted to start a group home or an assisted living facility, but you kind of got tripped up with all the licensures and all the requirements and you had to buy the property, well, congratulations, you met us now and we're family. And we're going to show you guys how to start your own housing program without the need to buy the property.
Right.
You can lease it, Shay. You can rent it.
Yeah.
Or my favorite word that a lot of people get tripped up over is that rental arbitrage. That just simply means that I'm going to rent a property and I'm going to run it as my own, Shay. And I'm going to build relationships with social workers, case managers, or anybody that's in the social service setting so that I can offer something that looks like this right here, what you see on the screen. And this is what we call the shared living environment. Now, Shay, I'm about to get ahead of myself, but even though this one room right here has one bed in it, this is still called a shared living environment. Because this guy that's going to be in this room, Shay, he's still going to share the hallway bathroom. He's still going to share the kitchen, the refrigerator, the freezer. He's going to share the dining room area. He's going to share the pantry, the garbage cans, the ice maker. Everything in the house they share, guys. But this particular room, this is a private room where this gentleman doesn't have to have a roommate, right? So again, another example of a private room right there. But most people that we house, they're housing something that looks like what you see on screen right here. 2 people per room. So again, before I get too far in ahead of myself, welcome to tonight. We are glad you guys are here. Everything that we're doing is all about our June 21st and June 22nd ILF conference. So if you haven't visited yet, ilfconference.com, that's where we're going to show you guys again that you don't have to buy the property. You don't need a license. You don't need a sprinkler system. You can rent or lease a property and take people from homeless to hopeful and create pathways out of homelessness through your own shared housing program. And again, you don't have to go and ask DCF and ACA and all of your government entities of where you live at. You don't need permission, ladies and gentlemen. As long as you got a big heart for God and you love people, and if you love real estate, this is absolutely it. So again, tonight, we're also going to be talking about what drives this business that we do. Virtual assistants, because at $5 an hour to have somebody do your social media, answer the telephones, the emails, the text messaging systems, and all of the things that you're not good at, the virtual assistant can do that. And also, what gives me my digital footprint on the internet? That's the digital flow solutions like we talked about. So this is an all-in-one platform that we use, because notice the title for people here. It says cutting down your business expense with all-in-one CRM and virtual assistant. So tonight, again, to run these ILFs that we talk about, or any business, don't matter if you fry chicken or you bake chocolate chip cookies if you sell it. You need a website. You need a internet presence. And through
Yeah.
Digital Flow Solutions, you're able to do your marketing, your social media, and host your website and your business telephone all in one place.
I've got something even better though, Derek. Like with having a digital footprint, it also allows us to keep our information very well kept, secure, and very organized. So what ends up happening with us utilizing digital flow solutions, Derek, I'm able to keep all of my residents in a system with their contact information, emergency contact information, any of the documents that they sign upon move-in, Derek. All of that stuff is housed within their portal through digital flow
Yep.
solutions. And I think that's another amazing thing that people don't realize is a necessity when it comes to having a stable business. You want to make sure that you have documentation, all of the information that you need at the touch of your hands in the event of any type of issue or emergency. Listen, we're dealing with people, people's lives. People may have health ailments. And what better way than have their information of emergency contacts, all of that stuff at the tips of your fingers, is by having a software system that you can access anywhere through your cell phone, through your desktop, laptop, tablet, whatever you call, whatever you use, and be able to access that information when you need it. Also, payments, Derek. Let's think about it from this perspective, right? A lot of people are utilizing the shared living model or the ILF model, and we're seeing a difference in the overall the overall people that we serve, right? We're now serving people that have working job, that have 9 to 5s, that don't need much of don't need any oversight, period. They come and go as they please. They just need a safe space to live. So why not have a system that they can easily send a rent to, right? Why not have a system that will give you text to pay, right? Or set up a thing that automatically pulls the client's rent if they opt in for it. So it now minimizes the time that you're going to have to spend, one, having to chase down your payments, your rental payments, two, having to, make sure that they have what they need, and if they need change and all of this stuff, where you can do electronic payments and just make the process so much more streamlined. There, even our intake process. I don't know if you know this, but I was working with our team today for the Angela Denise Foundation, and I had the developer literally build in all of our documents into our contracts portal. So I don't have to utilize, the goal is that I won't have to utilize our DocuSign anymore. I can literally send out the contracts, the leases, the all of the documents that our clients, our residents use through my portal now, and it automatically attaches to their account. So now I don't have to, I'm minimizing the steps that it takes to keep my housing program operating efficiently and having some secure and safe software systems that can help me keep things organized. So that's a little bit about how I utilize digital flow solutions with my nonprofit organization that has an ILF, that has ILFs with an S. So again, this is how I utilize the software and systems. And I want people to start dreaming bigger than where they are, right? And that's why we came up with the whole aspect of digital flow solutions, Derek, because we want people to see that you can be as well put together as the next business or the larger business that's operating beside you, right? By having the access to systems, software, and to virtual assistants. And that's why we've been so blessed, I think, to be able to share this information, because we've not only been utilizing virtual assistants, but we've seen the success and we've seen how they've been able to help us along with our softwares and systems to keep our business up to date, running, organized, and just like a well-oiled machine. So talk to me about your experience with digital flow solutions and why you think software and systems are so important for an ILF or HRA, like anybody in the housing space.
Absolutely. Even coming from somebody that's not super techie, which is me, right? I'm not very techie, but that's why also the virtual assistants are a part of this.
Right.
So if you're really smart, you get a virtual assistant, and then our team trains them on this system. Most of you guys have a full-time job. You're not very techie, right? You're super busy, and maybe you don't have time to learn this. But again, the cheat code, remember what I teach you guys every Tuesday. How do you leverage somebody else's skill set to get done what you need? And that's probably bad English, but you need to get a job done, right? Let's leverage somebody else's skill set and software system to get that job done.
Right.
No difference from my digital marketing company and my credit repair company.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do either one of those businesses, but because I have a great software system and we have virtual assistants and we merge those two together, bam, now you got fireworks and now you got a business because I merged a virtual assistant that has the skill set and I've given them the tools, which is this all-in-one platform.
Yeah.
So again, guys, no matter what business you have, and most of you guys come here because you want to house the homeless and the displaced, but we always jokingly tell you, we don't care if you own a restaurant, if you have a law firm, a dentist office, or you're a chiropractor, no matter. Every business needs a digital footprint on the internet. And this is, guys, this is 2024. So in my opinion, if you don't have a website, you actually don't exist. I was talking to somebody today on a strategy call. They want to do this real bad, right? But they kind of thought they were set up to do this, but there is no internet presence. There is no website. You can't go and type in www. nothing and their business comes up.
Right. Yeah.
So again, I was like, ma'am, it's easy to see kind of where you need the help at the most. You got a lot of this other stuff done already that a lot of people would dream to have. Guys, she got a property and everything.
Wow.
But if there's no internet presence, because she said, well, Derek, I go to these hospitals and I introduce myself. I said, but ma'am, guess what they do as soon as you walk out the door? They go and Google you.
We've seen, Derek, we've seen that so much.
Hold it, Shay. When they Google her, nothing comes up. When they go to her Facebook, Shay, nothing comes up. So they think you're a scam. And that's, again, what we're teaching you guys June 21st and 22nd, although I'm giving it to you now. How do you become a trusted vendor of this thing to where social workers and case managers trust you for what you do? Back on you, Ms. Shay.
No, I agree with you because we've actually had experiences. Not too long ago, we went and did a revisit to one of our partners in the community, and they had their monthly corporate meeting, and we went and sat in that corporate meeting, and someone has an ILF or a housing program, and literally they asked us if we could verify them for them. And I'm like, we would like to, but we don't know if these people are who they say they are. And that was the thing. They didn't have a website. They didn't have nothing that was needed to validate or verify who they were. Yes, they had an LLC, but they were still kind of left in the wings of just up in the air because they didn't know. It was just a mess. It was a mess. And that's why I say with any business, you want to make sure that you have something that can keep you organized, that can keep you ahead of people, in front of people, I should say. And that's by being able to promote, being able to market, being able to communicate with your end user or your customer base. Think about how many times we get phone calls from potential residents, Derek, that just went on some website and we were a backlink to that website and we had no clue, where someone literally utilized our website domain, like I'm just going to put Forston Consultants for now, but forstonconsultants.com as a backlink to a housing portal that they have, and it automatically filtered the request to us. Like there's so many times that we've seen our partners in the community say, hey, we're going to utilize your domain name and blah, 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 blah. So that if we have clients, we're not just going to give them a piece of paper. We're going to say, here's the link to go ahead and fill out a contact form. Here's the link to chat with somebody at Forston Consultants. And here's the phone number to give somebody at Forston Consultants, Second Chance Housing, a call. And that's what usually happens when we come to the housing space, right? Is we see a lot of people connect with us through our social media outlets, through our websites. And you can literally, Derek, what I love is that you can really go into the back end of your website and see how many people have organically searched you.
Yep.
In the last 24 hours, in the last month, and that helps you to see how you're doing. Is your email marketing doing well? Are you out there meeting and making the right connections or not? Like these are things that people don't realize are a necessity when it comes to being a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, a business owner, whatever you want to name yourself. Having the access to systems, softwares, and the knowledge of how to utilize them to help you get the word out is imperative. It is imperative. If you do not have a internet footprint, a website, a social media profile, you are in the weeds. People will trust, but they are always going to go to verify. And that's one of the platforms, and that's one of the methods they use to verify, and that's social media and internet presence. So, Derek, I agree with what you said about having these things implemented. And this is
Yeah.
one of the key things we teach about a lot.
Yeah.
People don't realize the importance of it.
And what's so crazy too, Shay, is that, 15, 20 years ago, heck, even 10 years ago, people verified you in different ways, even
Yeah.
at the bank. Miss Rita and Ken was a true testament
Yeah.
of how they went to the bank to open up a bank account, and they wanted to see if they had a real website. Also, big shout out to Ken. If you guys hadn't been seeing in the chat, they got a new client today, 78 years old.
Congratulations.
Big shout out to Ken and Rita from Cozy Comforts. And what's so cool about Ken and Rita, Shay, I guarantee you their virtual assistant and this software system played a part in even getting this client.
Derek,
I guaranteed, Shay, he called their phone, which comes with this plan.
Yep.
A lot of you guys hear us keep talking about this website, CRM system. But guys, don't forget, it also comes with your business phone line that you can also text people with, right? So again, how many of you guys have sat in a course to where they told you that you needed a business phone line, a business email address,
100%.
a real website?
Yeah.
Guys, these are all things that today that they verify you for. 20 years ago, they verified you in a different way. Today, the bank is going to pull up your website. The bank is going to go to your Instagram. I never heard of this before until like 2024 and the latter part of 2023. There is certain banks that will give you loans according to your following.
Yes.
So there's people that got them 500,000 and 3 million followers. Those people can go to the bank and get a loan actually, simply because of their Instagram following. Because most people know that your followers actually equates to money if you sell a product or a service. So that means whether you sell baseball bats to baseball teams or you provide a service such as mowing the grass for people.
They want to see,
Like they want to see your website, guys. And that's the way people are verifying you to give you a loan, to give you business credit, and to also verify if you're real. No different from the lady that I talked to today. She's like, I can't figure out what's my problem. Me as the coach, is easy to see her problem. Every hospital she go to and everyone she call and talk about her program, soon as they hang up, as soon as she walk out the door, they're Googling her. They're going to Facebook and Instagram. She shows up nowhere. So what do you look like now? You look like a scam.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shay.
Yeah, and what people don't realize is even in the ILF space, right? You've got to realize though it's housing, the shift has come so significantly because people have done this so severely wrong, that they've done it so bad, Derek, that the providers are now setting a standard, right? So like the hospitals, the organizations that you partner with, they're setting a standard. And their organizations that they work for have set a specific standard. And what they want to do is make sure that when in their discharge plan, they want to make sure that they are sending their people to an accurate and an active and a real business, right? And that's what people don't realize, Derek. The internet presence, the web presence, I don't care how untechy or non-techie you are. This is something that is a must-have, whether you're selling shoes, whether you are selling cookies, you want to make sure that you have an active presence. Without that, nobody knows you exist, or nobody can even be able to verify you or validate that you even do what you state that you do. That was something that we've been seeing a lot too. We see people that have, multitude of different entities, and they don't separate the entities, right? They'll have one social media platform and they're just delivering information for every single business that they have. Now you've given people business whiplash because they don't know what to contact you for. So you've got to figure out how to market yourself appropriately, and marketing is key no matter what niche you're in, whether it's housing, whether it's whatever. You want to be set apart and you want to have a marketing strategy and you want to have the tools once once that information starts coming back, those contacts, those phone numbers, those emails, you want to be able to house them somewhere, right? It's all fine and dandy to have a spreadsheet. I tell people this all the time, but you've got to limit the time it's going to take you to interact with that person on the other end. If you have to copy and paste and click, and then you've got to, you got to send 100 messages and you got to do them one at a time because you don't want everybody to see everybody else's email that you don't forward this email to. This is the things that causes you to kind of not be put in the forefront, right? You get people to be like, oh, well, they don't even have a platform where they can separate me from everybody else that they're emailing, so you want to make sure that you're setting yourself up the right way. Derek?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
I put in the chat that we're going to start answering ILF type questions at 6:40. They're starting to
Absolutely.
come in already. But
Come
again, just make sure you're paying attention
on.
to that. This is the foundation of the
Yeah.
ILF. Without a website and a CRM system to email multiple case managers, multiple social workers, and without these VAs, who I'll admit, they're the cheat code to everything that we do. So if you've never heard us talk about our virtual assistants, here's our whole entire team, right? And again, Shay and I are great, believe me, but we are superstars when we add these VAs to us.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm gonna say that one more time, because our whole slogan that we live by is don't wait to be great. And Shay and I are great people because we're doing God's will and we're living out God's plan on this earth. But what makes us superstars is these virtual assistants from the Philippines. Some of them are from Nigeria. Some of our team is from Pakistan, right? Some of our team is from Egypt. So notice I didn't name no states between California and Florida. These are remote workers that from where they live at to make $5 an hour starting out, that's a lot of money for where they live at. And for $5 an hour for us, it's the absolute cheat code to our business, our life, and for some of us, our family. Because my VAs are mixed up in my family because they are family.
They are.
A lot of these newer people that are getting VAs now, they don't have a business. These are just busy moms. We got a lot of mothers now that are getting VAs that are simply just paying the liaison between the school teacher and mom.
Yep.
Between the gym instructor and mom. Between the basketball coach and all of those paperwork that they send home and mom. So I'm impressed how you guys are thinking of other ways to use VAs. Because again, most of you guys are busy. Most of y'all guys got kids. They're involved in sports. Most of you guys have a spouse. But I guarantee you, most of you guys, if you're in this room, God has put something on your heart that you're supposed to be doing. Some of y'all supposed to wrote a book last year. God told some of y'all to write a book 6 months ago and you still ain't got to it. Because most of you guys don't know where to start. But these VAs, they allow your ideas to come to fruition, if that's the right word that I'm supposed to be using there.
Yeah.
VAs will allow your dreams to go from your heart and from your head to a piece of paper to now implementation. That's the whole slogan of this June event, from idea to implementation. And that's kind of what these VAs do. Prime example, we own a virtual assisting staffing agency that we get these VAs from. We own this company. But watch this. Shay and I thought of the idea. Tara built the entire company.
The whole business.
Tara is our executive administrator. She's over all of our businesses. She's in charge of all of our staff and a bunch of other stuff that I can't even name right now because she's just that important. But essentially, Tara built a business, guys, that I have nothing to do with in terms of being the thought leader. Guys, I have a business in the Philippines that's based from the Philippines. And guys, somebody else runs it. Jess right here is my program manager. She runs Second Chance Housing and part of the Angela Denise Foundation.
She does.
There is no way Shay and I could be the hero in the community, shooting all of these videos at these hospitals if there was somebody not answering the phones, if there was somebody not doing the social media, if there was somebody not setting up all of these appointments, describing who Shay and I are and what we do. Most weeks, guys, 3 to 4 days a week, we're in somebody's hospital or somebody's social service setting talking about who we are and what we do. That's a big part of our coaching and our teaching to kind of give you. But Jess sets all of that up so that we can come now and be the hero. Does that make sense, everybody? Most of you guys got a 9-to-5 job and you don't know how to use TikTok. You don't know how to use Instagram. You have no clue how to build your business page on Facebook. But guess who can do that for you? A VA like Alex, who's my marketing specialist. Danish, who's from Pakistan, who's our developer. How can we build websites just like that from scratch and come up with ideas and new businesses? But I myself can't build a website. I don't need to because I have Alex and I have Danish. Alex is a guru when it comes to development and building websites.
Yeah.
Danish is strictly just about 95% all development. Danish is not the guy you want to build your website, pretty much. I'm going to just be honest with you. But all of those workflows and automations and creating things. Prime example.
And
I'm going to give you guys an example of just my I'm going to try to say this word. How you say shit? My I can't even say it. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys how smart I am. Watch this. And when I think of something, this is how fast it can happen. VAs are like a genie in a bottle. You rub it, make your request known, they come out. Watch this. Last week, I needed a link that led people to something that I was doing in advertising. It has nothing to do with housing or this business, something completely different. I said, Danish, can you build me a link that when people click on it, that it has this and this and this and this? Guys, in less than 25 minutes, he created the link, he built it, and sent it to me so that I can now send that to people that are looking for what I was talking about. See how I thought of that? It had just happened?
Yeah.
April does all our social media. And don't forget, guys, at 6:40, we're going to start answering all of y'all questions when it comes to ILF and running it. But right now, we're talking about who runs my ILF while I'm running my big mouth on YouTube.
You better act like
while I'm at hospitals talking about how great we are.
Yeah.
Who's running this company or companies? Shay owns 8 different companies, y'all. How can she do that? When, watch this, I'm going to tell on Shay. Shay had a 6-hour appointment today at the hairdresser. Who's running Shay's businesses while she getting her hair braided?
Listen, sir, you ain't got to tell all my business.
But Shay, I just want to bring it real to him, Shay, because Shay, even though you had your laptop, Shay, and even though you were working, who was running your stuff while you was pouring into other people honestly, where you was at, Shay?
What you don't realize is that people get inspired. Like when you go to the, I take my work with me, right?
Shay end up giving master classes, y'all, every time she go get her nails and hair done because people want to know what it is. They know
what I do.
Go ahead,
right?
Shay.
They may see me say, hey, I'm going to jump on a quick Zoom and I'll pop my headphones in and I'm talking to one of my VAs. And I'm like, today I was talking with Latrell, doing some things for the board of directors for the Angela Denise Foundation. And she's like, wait a minute. Can I see that again? And this is my beautician. And me and her are very, very close. I've known her for a long time. So she was like, what is this that I see? And she saw my project management tool, Derek, and all of the grants that Latrell's getting ready to apply for. And she was like, wait, so who found these grants? And I was like, my VA. And she's like, who's going to do all the paperwork? I say, you see all of these tasks. So we use Asana for like big projects. And Latrell has like literally killed my Asana app with all of the grants. Derek, it's like you got to keep scrolling if you're on your phone.
Tell people who Latrell is, Shay, so that everybody knows.
Latrell is my virtual assistant from the Philippines who does all my grants and all of the behind the scenes for the Angela Denise Foundation. He helps me build relationships. He helps me connect with other organizations. And then he also, again, writes the grants. He sources grants for me. So we look to see what we're in line with, and then we go after them. So he helps me build out the programs, the budget. We sit down and we collaborate. And boom, he's off to the races and he starts applying. But today was so funny because I was meeting with him off and on while I was getting my hair done. And the hairdresser couldn't believe when she saw my Asana app. I pulled it up and I was going through some of the grants. And she was like, wait a minute, just wait a minute. So you did not find these grants? I said, I don't have the time to sit down and look for grants. These grants
or sit through the 4-hour class or course that you send Latrell to when you can't make
it. Yeah, like
see, Shay, I'm gonna let Shay finish, y'all. But how great is it that you can send somebody to a meeting that you know you need to be in, but you can't make it
because I'm already over here.
But they're going to be there taking notes and come back and give you all the info. Lord have mercy.
That's my assistant. Honestly, the Angela Denise Foundation wouldn't be where it is or who it is without my VAs. They give me, they're like the wind beneath my wings. I know that sounds so cliche, but they really help. They help meet the need and they help fill in that gap where your board members aren't able to. You know, especially as a younger, I'm not going to say newer, a younger 501c3, you know, with a board, it's a lot, right? I have a surgeon that's on my board. I've got certain individuals on my board that are always busy. But because I have, you know, they've given me the A-OK and they gave me the check mark to hire someone that can help run with the vision as well to minimize their need to be in the day-to-day. They can be available when I need them, right? So that's what the blessing is in having Latrell, Derek. He is amazing. He has been a rock star and he's newer to us. He's about 2 months in now, almost, 2 months, 3 months in. And he's newer to us. And let me
most of you guys have been around long enough to hear Shay talk about Jillian, right? But sometimes people move on, right? No different from when you moved on from your last job 2 years ago,
Yep.
right? So things happen. Jillian was actually a lawyer, and Shay encouraged her, in fact, almost pushed her to go get her she already had the Juris Doctorate, but she had to sit the bar. Is that right, Shay?
Yes, that's
And
correct.
Shay encouraged that. And luckily, the way God works out, that was the right move for her, and that was the right move for Shay, because Latrell brought a skill set that Jillian per se didn't have.
Right.
Okay. So again, guys, if you're just joining us, absolutely, we house the homeless and the displaced, but we're showing you guys what kind of drives all of this. It's kind of like the foundation. Without our virtual assistants and using digital flow solutions, and all that is, guys, digital flow solutions, again, is the software system that's going to allow your business to burst through the roof when it comes to people finding you on Google. In terms of you having a business phone and a text messaging system, all your social media in one place, your email marketing in one place, your invoices in one place, your workflows, your groups, your private groups, all in one place, ladies and gentlemen.
Client portals,
resident
portals, however you want to name them. This is everything. Invoicing, invoicing, workflows, automations.
Shay, I tell you what, I'm gonna let them digest this for only 15 seconds. That I want you to come back and break down kind of maybe each one of these plans, because right after this, we'll jump into some ILF questions. But I want people to understand that for only $97, guys, you get a premium website, right? And then you just pick your plan anywhere from $37 to $297. And Shay's gonna explain both of those in 15 seconds. We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content.
Let's do it, Derek. All right. So let's start off at Startup Savvy. Ready? Boom, boom, boom. Let's do it. So Startup Savvy is our entry level, I'll say, for the new entrepreneur that just needs a website presence, phone system, and the ability to do some brief SMS text messaging back and forth, and have a chat widget available that is live and active on their website. This is that, again, very entry level. It gives you a footprint to have you a website on the World Wide Web. That's Startup Savvy. Again, you'll see that every plan that we have is built from the Startup Savvy. So again, everybody will get the Reputation Manager as you scale up. And Reputation Manager is simply that. It integrates your Google My Business information, and it allows you to do things like verify or challenge a false or kind of bad review. It also allows you the option to automatically send out a request for people to send you or submit a Google review. So these are the things that we tell people: boost your Google reviews, boost your, that helps to boost your footprint as well on the web. And this is why we put that in the Startup Savvy. Again, the website we created, you tell us what it is. If you already have a website that you're in love with and that you just want to transition over to a CRM system, you can let us know. Our team, Danish, is a developer, and he will literally code that puppy right on over to Digital Flow Solutions like it is, with no difference, no substitution. So that is the Startup Savvy. The Inbox Innovator, again, is for that. It's for that entrepreneur that really wants to start, getting the word out a little bit more, booking appointments. Let's say you have a virtual assistant. You don't want to start giving a whole bunch of passwords and information out. You can now connect all of your social media platforms to the social media planner that is housed within the platform. So no more having to go to third-party websites or, programs like Hootsuite and all them other things that are not connected to your website and your domain. So this is what we place in the Inbox Innovator. This is also the plan that when you're someone that's going to utilize email marketing and campaigns and all of that stuff to get the word out, when this is for that person that's entering into the marketing space, right? Really wanting to get the word out on who they are, what they're doing, and be able to capture leads. The Inbox Innovator is exactly where you want to be. The opportunity management tool that comes with the Inbox Innovator is a tool that allows you to assign an opportunity to people as they are coming into your system, whether it's through a through a social media post, whether it's through a text message or phone call, it can identify those individuals and allow you to now remarket them based on, their interactions within your system. It's an amazing tool. It is phenomenal for the person that is learning marketing for their business. And that's the Inbox Innovator. Again, it comes with the phone system, it comes with the SMS, it comes with the CRM. All of our systems come, I gave myself a thumbs up. All of my systems come with the CRM feature. That is something that we've added for a short period of time. This is the introductory that is our introductory gift to you as you join Digital Flow Solutions, is giving you the full back end of the CRM, which is your client or customer contact, all in one place, right? You get to keep the contacts, identify the contacts, and all sorts of great stuff. But that is the Inbox Innovator. And let's go to the big boy, Derek.
All right.
Let's get the big mama jamma.
So guys, if you got any questions about either one of those two, make sure that you gear up for your questions, right? Because this is the one that she's getting ready to talk about is actually my favorite and what a lot of you guys will need if you already have an ongoing big business.
Yeah.
So the first one, Shay talked about that if you just need a footprint on the internet just to get started. The second one, in my opinion, the Inbox Innovator, I always say this, 80 to probably 85% of you all, this is the one that you guys need in terms of what you're going to need your business and your website to do. The next one that Shay will talk about, that's for you people that are probably either already in business or you do have an idea that's so big that the first two can't hold your idea. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants, guys, can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God has given you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise.
All right.
All right, Ms. Shay, back on you.
Are we ready? Let's talk about the greatest thing ever, and that is the business icon.
So, why is it the greatest ever?
So the business icon allows you to add in automations, right? A lot of you go to the doctor.
I think you're skipping some of the great stuff right up front.
See,
you always jumping to the meat.
Because the meat is where it's at. Let's give the steak.
I would let them know, first of all, the setup fee is waived and they get a virtual assistant with this plan. I would start right there.
You're right.
Because the first two plans, guys, even though they're great, and it's a small setup fee, but there's a $97 setup fee.
I love that.
The reason why I like the business icon, because the setup fee is waived and we give you a complimentary virtual assistant. So you heard me and Shay brag about Latrell and Jess and Tara. You now get your own Veronica or April or Karen. Right now, Shay, jump into it.
Yeah.
That's just my favorite part about it. So I got to say it first, y'all. Go ahead, Michelle.
My favorite part, I'm gonna be very honest. The workflows are what makes it exciting for me. And for those of you that don't understand what a workflow is, it's literally an automatic reaction or response that your system will do when something is triggered. When it's triggered by a social media post, it may be somebody putting a thumbs up on a comment of a social media post that you created, and they get a PDF, or they get a link that's sent to them directly because of the response or the action that they did. And that helps us, Derek.
Can we do it live?
Yeah, go for it.
So right now, guys, at the bottom of your screen, to give you an example of what Shay is talking about, because guys, remember, I'm the one that's not so techie. So as I'm listening to Shay, I'm listening for all you guys that don't understand what she's talking about. So if you guys text the word CRM or the phrase CRM to 407-809 8215, you're going to see what Shay is talking about. You're going to get that message that's going to be automated to you. Nobody on my team is sending this message. Danish and Alex set this up one time so that when you now imagine your business and what you sell, your chocolate chip cookies, your consulting service, your dental practice, your chiropractic service, whatever you do, your preschool enrollments, you guys that have ALFs, think of the word that you would use to try to get more customers or more service into what you're doing. I just told you guys to take CRM, and that's going to book a free strategy call and give you a free business analysis. I like to call it a business scan, so that Shay and Alex can talk to you about what you're currently doing right now and how can we integrate a virtual assistant and digital flow solutions, and you still save more than what you're paying now. Most of y'all, I guarantee, you paying multiple different subscriptions to run your one business. This is where Digital Flow Solutions shines it, guys, because it's an all-in-one platform where everything you need is in one place. Ms. Shay, I land my plane.
Sorry, I'm actually responding to one of the VAs that's been off the clock for an hour and 40 minutes, but decided that they had a snafu and was able to fix it. So they stayed on and fixed it.
Had a who?
A little snafu.
Snafu. And that is the what? Can you translate that?
A little issue trying to connect a domain. So
okay, cool.
That's
snafu. Never heard of that.
A snafu.
I like it.
A kerfuffle. That's the Brit in me. But anyway, so yeah, so the workflows are amazing. Go ahead and text CRM and see what it's like to get into a workflow. Not only do the workflows allow for actions to be done without manually having to do it, it also gives us an opportunity to see where people are in that workflow. Prime example for VA 101, because we have a long process that's ongoing with several meetings when people get a virtual assistant from VA 101, that workflow or that automation, they're both the same, workflow automation, will allow us to see where the client is in the process. So it literally gives us a diagram, and we can go and let's say I'm going to pick on somebody. I'm going to say Alexis, the realtor, gets into our system and she calls and she's like, hey, I haven't heard from anybody in your company, and I want to know where am I at in the pipeline, because I'm waiting for my assistant, my VA. I can go in the system and say, well, Miss Alexis, I realized that you received 4 emails back to back and you did not fill out this form. Can you verify that you've received these emails? Make sure they're not going to your spam or your junk, but it also allows us to see where they're at and what's missing. Have they missed a step in the process? Because that process will not let them go past that place of where we're needing information. So that helps keep your process the same and very streamlined for the end user. So that's why we love workflows here at Digital Flow Solutions and all of our other entities. But not only that, again, you get with this particular plan, you literally get everything that this system offers and everything that opens up, because there's always something new that the developers are adding to the system, like i.e. If you decide that you want to do WhatsApp messaging instead of SMS, right? If you're someone like my overseas clients that prefer WhatsApp over the SMS feature, so then we connect WhatsApp, right? If you're someone that decides, you know what, Shay, I don't want the SMS widget. I don't want them to be texting me. Can it just be something that if I'm live, I'm live. If I'm not, I'm not. Absolutely. We can make that happen too. So there's a lot of things that our platform provides, and it's just exciting to be able to use it. And with the, which one was that, Derek? That was the
business icon.
Business icon. With the business icon, let's say you're someone that sells courses, that sells products. This is the one that you really want. You can set up your courses in the business icon. You can also set up everything that you sell to filter through the business icon and have it on your website for sales. All right, so let's do it. So for y'all that are interested, Derek, we are way past our 40. So 5 minutes past.
5 minutes.
Let's get these questions going. This is how we run our businesses, our ILFs and every other business, and keeping our information streamlined and in one place, making it easy for our case managers, social workers to keep in contact with us and be able to maintain a steady flow of the conversation, right? Whether they send us an email, a text message, a Facebook Messenger, that all falls into one conversation thread, and that allows us to keep the conversation again streamlined and in one place, right? And that is the benefit of having a software system such as a CRM like Digital Flow Solutions. So let's go for
Absolutely.
these questions.
So
sir.
again, man, like Shay said, man, you guys need a digital footprint. And again, consider digital flow solutions. Because again, most people find out on their free business analysis call that they're paying multiple different subscriptions to run their
Yeah.
one business, and they're paying way more than the $37 or the $87 a month. So I recommend that each one of you guys make sure that you do that free business analysis. Go ahead and text that word CRM to 407-809-8215. And let's talk about it, because remember, guys, we're also business consultants. So we're most known for the ILF model, housing the homeless and the displaced in real estate, but we coach just business in general. So, but the core of every business that Shay and I have, all 8 of them, they're ran by Digital Flow Solutions. And we also have virtual assistants that run most of these businesses, because as you guys can see, the one that I'm really tied into is the consulting.
Yeah.
Right? Me running my big mouth, that's the one business I'm really good at. And that's the one that I make sure that I'm always around.
You're a great
The other 7 businesses, Shay, I'll admit, the VAs run most of that stuff.
But you're
the
a great ILF provider too. So
well, absolutely. So I kind of talk about those 2 in one. Me doing the ILF and me coaching it, that's one thing for me. But the other 7 businesses, the credit repair, the digital marketing, I can go on and on about all the other businesses that we have. Guys, I'm not good at none of that stuff. And I don't have to be, because I have a team of Tara, Jess, Alex, Danish, April, Amber, Hannah, and Latrell that make me look like a superstar in the community. Absolutely. Shay looks like a superstar in the community while she was getting her hair done today.
Yeah.
Think about that. We're running businesses and helping people, guys, but it always don't have to come from you. So again, one last thing, and we'll land this virtual assistant talk. You need to consider getting a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. That can change your life. It can change your business, and it can buy your time back. That's essentially what these VAs do, guys. They buy your time back so that you can put more time in your business, more time with your family. Should have said that first, actually. More time with your family, business, and children. All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? I'm super excited because June 21st and 22nd is the 2024 ILF conference. That's right. We're super excited because it's in Orlando, Florida this year. So guys, if you ever thought about starting your own housing program, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the event for you. If you're a real estate investor and you're looking for a better way to serve people and actually make more money and also have a bigger impact in your community, this event is exactly what this is. 2024, the ILF conference, guys, is going to show you how we take people from homeless to hopeful, and it not be a group home or an assisted living facility. We're going to teach you guys how we start unlicensed group homes, which we've trademarked independent living facility. And again, you guys are going to visit forstonconsultants.com for more information, but you're definitely going to visit ilfconference.com to get the information for the June event. There'll be a general admission ticket. We got some VIP tickets, and we have 15 elite tickets for people that want a little bit extra just versus being at the event. That comes with also a one-day mastermind and a lot of other stuff. But definitely go and check out ilfconference.com for more information. And don't meet me there, beat me there. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. So let's transition, everybody. So if you joined us yesterday or even from last Saturday, obviously most people know us for housing the homeless and the displaced. But every Tuesday, we always talk about virtual assistants and the greatest software system in the world, which is Digital Flow Solutions. Because without naming those two, none of my other businesses would even exist. Because the order of our businesses and the way they go, Shay, God first, virtual assistants, software and systems. Yeah. One more time for you guys that want to become millionaires within your business. Watch this. You need to keep God first, have some virtual assistants, and have some software and systems that help you run your business. Absolutely. Even when you at Jamaica with your feet kicked up, drinking a pina colada, right? These websites and this CRM system, guys, is built to when you go on vacation or if you're just not available. virtual assistants and your website CRM system, hopefully through DFS, is going to help run your business when you're not there.
Yep.
I'll land it there. Welcome to the ILF edition now. So we're excited about the June 21st and 22nd event, which is in Orlando, Florida. If you haven't yet, make sure that you visit ilfconference.com, ilfconference.com. Go ahead and get your ticket. General admission is only $397. That's a no-brainer. The VIP ticket is $697, and then the elite ticket, it's only 15 of those, right? That one's only $997, and if you're married, your spouse comes for free. So I've been jokingly telling the ladies that that's the way you get your husband to come and buy your ticket. You say, babe, he said that if I buy the elite ticket, you get to come for free. So that's the way you explain it to your husband, right? Because we want you guys to do this as a family. We joke and we play and we have fun a lot, but I want to be serious for 2 seconds. This is a family affair. Yeah. If you got a family, y'all should be doing this together. If you a lady, your husband should be doing this with you. If you got a spouse or a partner, y'all should be doing this together. This is family legacy type stuff. So that means that when I turn 115 years old and I pass away and go to heaven, somebody should still be running Second Chance Housing. Somebody should still be running Forston Consultants, because this thing is bigger than me. Erica, one thing that I realized years ago, you got to build something in life that outlasts you. Oh, you got to build something that's bigger than you, because if it is, and that's the case, you got something to look forward to all the time. And there's always something to look press towards. So jumping into the ILF edition tonight, and ILF is just simply, guys, an independent living facility where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So I'm going to bring up a slide or two, just that I make sure that I'm respecting all of the new people, because I never want to take for granted that people just know what this is. So if you're new to us, watch this. Here's another workflow. We got a free gift that we want to give you. Type in the word new to 407-326-0086 and watch my team give you a free gift as long as you do your part, because you got to fill out something with your name and your email probably, and my team is going to give you a free gift to extend your learning with us. And again, just to say thank you, because you could have been outside playing basketball. You could have been at a party. You could have been at an after-hour bar, but you chose to be here to learn something that can change your life and the life of other people. So we appreciate that. So again, ILF for Russia is simply an independent living facility model where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight, which means, Shay, I don't need a license to do this. I don't need permission from ACA. I don't have to call my government agencies and get permission from any of those people. As long as I got a big heart for people, I love God, and if I love real estate, this is going to work for most people, no matter where you live at, Miss Erica. And I'm getting ready to address your question because I already typed it in the chat. But Erica, the first way to get started with this is to watch our free webinar. It's about 45 minutes long. It'll change your life. We also got one that's 14 minutes long. So the one that's about 45, 50 minutes long, it's going to teach you how to be the ILF operator, just like we do it, right? But if you somebody say, well, Derek, I can't buy no house. I can't rent one or lease one, Derek, but God put it on my heart and I want to do it. That's the HRA. Yeah. The HRA stands for Housing Referral Agency, which means that you can do the same training and coaching that we give everybody else. But instead of you housing the guy yourself or the lady yourself, you're going to refer them to somebody else like Miss Shay, who already has the property. You're going to refer them to somebody like me that already has the property. You're going to refer them to the guy that lives 3 blocks away from where you live at. You never knew he had a housing program until you advertised it. Yeah. So we teach people how to make money and make an impact without having the real estate. You need relationship. That webinar is only 14 minutes long. And again, it's called the HRA. Now, the ILF, that's a little longer because I go deeper because I want you to be involved in it to be able to do it. Your next step is also to go to YouTube, subscribe here, stalk me on Instagram and Facebook, and find me on TikTok at Derek Forston. Follow all of our stuff. Again, TikTok and Facebook, let's be friends at Derek Forston. But everywhere else, Forston Consultants, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We put a lot of information out every day about how to do this. So that's the 3 steps. Free webinar. Go to all of our social media, follow it, like, stalk it, watch it. Free strategy call is the next thing, guys. We give you a free call to talk about how can we get you started where you live at. And the next step is for you to take action.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already, scan this code, watch that webinar, check out the YouTube channel, and I'm going to let my wife introduce again how she does what I do from a nonprofit organization. And then I'm going to answer Erica kind of what I said in the chat, but I want to verbally say it because I want everybody to hear it. Shay, tell people how you do what I do, Shay, but you do this from a nonprofit standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, ILF owner and operator, and truly an owner, purchased our first ILF home, which we usually do it through an arbitrage method or model. But I do this utilizing the 501c3 nonprofit organization by the name of the Angela Denise Foundation. What makes mine a little bit different is the fact that I can add services or programs to my ILF, which allows for me to cater. I can cater programs around the niche or the resident base that I have. So like right now I'm creating a program because I have a lot of working individuals that I'm housing now, working women that have come from homeless to hopeful or have been in just dire straits financially. And now I can build a program around them to help them get to their next level. So that's the benefit of having the nonprofit. I can get partnerships, I can get funding and all of that good stuff to help me to push the program piece of what I do, not just the housing, but the program piece. So it's a little bit more than just a housing model for me. It's more housing model plus an attached program that helps to get the clients to the finish line. But the other great thing about that is I can offer my program pieces to any ILF within my area. So that's another benefit too. So you don't have to be an nonprofit organization. I was about to use the acronym. You can actually partner with an NPO, which is a nonprofit organization, to render the services. And that's what you'll see most of our for-profit ILF owners and operators doing. And that's connecting with nonprofit organizations or other organizations to help render services so that they're not rendering the service. They're just putting the head in the bed. And that's how that looks different from a nonprofit and a for-profit. Derek.
Good stuff. Thank you, Shay, because people always ask that. So I just wanted you to do that before I went too deep. Miss Erica Branch said that, do you guys have clients in New Jersey doing your program? The rental laws here are strict in New Jersey. So I'm answering that by saying, yes, we do. But I also was very honest in the chat, right? I'll admit, as a landlord and a person that loves to buy real estate, I personally don't like red states. Red states are not friendly when it comes to you as the landlord. Your tenants have more rights than you do. In fact, I'm training somebody right now that came out of a serious, crazy incident in New Jersey. Now they do what we do, but before they were rented to regular people. But she talked about how evicting them was very tough. And also she actually got assaulted, like literally got assaulted from a tenant. And the cops said that she was in the wrong. So again, yes, to answer your question, this works in all 50 states. Homelessness exists everywhere. So everywhere from California to Florida and everywhere in between. Doesn't matter. But I'm just honest enough to tell you, as a coach, I personally don't like to deal with red states when it comes to real estate because, again, the tenants just have more rights than you do. We're in the business where we're trying to provide affordable, clean, safe housing.
Yeah.
We don't have time for the knucklehead that want to come and squat and not pay rent. So big shout out to our governor, DeSantis, that passed that squatters law. Like, you can't squat in Florida, guys. You come here trying that mess, that junk, that bull crap. I'm gonna try to keep it real clean, right? That ain't gonna work in Florida. But places like New York and Jersey, people can squat in your place for 3, 5, 6, 8 months, a year. And you got to pay a bunch of money to get them out and all of that stuff.
And you may not get them out.
And you may not get them out. I've seen cases where they end up taking over ownership. Like, it's crazy in states like that. But that's not for me to scare you. That's just for me to show you how real this is and how honest we are. But in fact, the first lady I coached in New Jersey, she was a nurse practitioner.
Yes.
So you remember her?
Yeah.
Her nickname was Precious. I'll just say that live. But Precious was not an RN, the NP, right? Nurse practitioner.
Yes. Yep.
Right. So her and her husband was, I think, an engineer. So they were very busy, doing very well in life. But God has always told him to house people. They found me on, I think, TikTok or YouTube talking about this, running my big mouth.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. And they came in, took the coaching, and bam, started out in a 4-bed, 2-bath home to where they take 8 people from homeless to hopeful, military veterans.
Yep.
So to answer your original question, yes, this works actually anywhere. Okay. So guys, also, if you have any questions, let us know. We thrive off of questions, and we're usually here till about 7:30 every evening. Hey, what's going on, family? Just to let you know really quick, everything that you're listening to right now, I actually have it in a more structured way in a webinar. So when you guys get done here, go to forstonconsultants.com, click the tab that says webinars, and there's 2 webinars there. One is for you to be the actual ILF operator, meaning that you want to do it. And then the other one is the HRA. That stands for Housing Referral Agency, where you're able to take people from homeless to hopeful, and you actually don't need the real estate. It stands for Housing Referral Agency, and we call it a business in a box. But definitely go to forstonconsultants.com, watch both of those webinars, then set up a free strategy call with me and my team, and let's see how we can get you started. Back to the show. Oh,
Back to the show.
so the next question that came in, Instagram's gone. So the next question that just came in is where do I buy insurance for an ILF? So if you're connected to us, and if you're in Florida or Georgia, we can actually give you a contact. But you need a general liability policy. So simply put that way. And that's why I'm excited about the June event, right? Because you're asking questions that literally is like the slogan of our event, from idea to implementation. So a lot of people have the idea to do this, but have no clue how to get started. But what I love about you already is that you're mentioning something that I slipped on in the beginning.
Yeah.
So when I first started, I didn't get insurance, and your brother, me, because I'm your brother now. Me, I went through a $30,000 lawsuit because I didn't have insurance.
Hard head, y'all.
Okay. So hard-headed, not really knowing, not understanding, and nobody really pushing me to say, hey, and kind of did. But again, me just trying to get into it. Because if you don't know my story, right, and I don't want to go all over it, but I was a social worker trying to make this thing work. And just having so many things on my mind, 1,000 miles a minute, trying to work my job and make this dream come true. It was tough. And my sister, watch this, who's actually an insurance agent. Her name is on the building. She owns the building. Her name is on the building. She said, Derek, you in a great business, but bro, you're wide open to liability. Yeah. You need to get insurance. And y'all, I'll be honest, she told me that. But me moving fast, trying to make things work, burning both ends of the fire, trying to get it. And guys, trying to get it is what's going to get most of y'all in trouble. Trying to get it was dumb.
It done got you.
Most of us think, man, I'm hustling. I'm getting it. Yeah, but if you ain't getting it the legal way, you hustling backwards.
Yeah.
So the whole meaning and why we want people to come to this June event. Oh, and by the way, if you can't make the June event, we also got one-on-one coaching and a do-it-yourself version.
Yep.
But we want you to see you in June to be around other people that are like-minded, just like you, that's going to be able to put this thing together. So I told you guys, it's like I'm coming to this event with a 1,000-piece puzzle. But before we leave the event, it's going to be all put together because we're bringing the pieces together, the real estate professionals, the creative ways to get into real estate, whether buying or renting. We're bringing the tax lien and tax deed professionals. We're bringing all, like the insurance people, we're bringing those people. We're bringing the case manager and the social worker so that they can tell you, how should you present your program? What should it look like? What should it smell like? What should it cost like? What are they looking for?
Yeah.
So all of the things that you will be thinking, I'm bringing the people so that you don't have to hear me talk about it. I'm going to tell you the truth. But how great is it that I can say, hey, man, you know what? You should call all these case managers and say this to them. I'm going to bring the case manager so that she can tell you. When she picked that phone up, how you should be presenting that. And if you guys are lucky, we'll do a role play that same day. Normally, my brother and I do the role play every year. If you guys know me, right? My brother passed away just this past November. This is the first conference that I'll do without my big brother ever. Okay? But this year, instead of Otis and I doing the role play, me playing like I'm the case manager, I'm bringing case managers. So I'm going to be the one going, and I'm going to be waiting for Miss Desiree or Miss Maggie to answer that phone. And we're all going to be in the same building, guys, and I'm going to show you what the phone call sounds like, Shay. Shay, they don't have to guess on how to present it. Shay, I'm going to show them.
You can't beat that.
You know what I mean? So I love it. I love it. Next question. She says, from who? Any vendors that are ILF friendly? What does she mean by from
insurance? Who? Hold on. Was that the same one that asked about the insurance?
Yeah. So maybe when she said from who, now we deal with one specific lady. Watch this. My sister, who's actually, again, her name is on the building, she can't cover what we do.
No.
See how powerful that is? Even me thinking that. So we had to go outside my sister, who I would love to give all the business to. Because all the people that I train and coach, I would love for my sister to get all that, but she can't cover what we do. That's why you got to have the right insurance. Go to the right people, things of that nature. So if she was talking about that, again, if you're in Florida or Georgia, we can probably help. But in general, you need a general liability policy, ma'am. You can just Google that in your city, in your state, right? And you can explain to them kind of what you're trying to do. But again, if you don't explain it right, they also may not understand this.
Exactly.
So if you're new to us, just stick around and we'll give you the verbiage eventually, right? We always talk about it. June event, you get it mandatory. In any of our packages, you absolutely get it. But just again, make sure that you're verbalizing things the correct way. So that people can lead you down the right path and not down a rabbit hole.
Because what ends up happening when you use the language as a locator, and I tell people, we hear this a lot, Derek, language will locate you. And if you're using the wrong language, it will locate you in the wrong direction, right? It will point you in the wrong direction. And that's something that we've learned a lot through this. And what we noticed when we even started our search for insurance, we had to really we had to divulge a lot of information about what we do, how we do it, in order for the people that have policies for us were able to really configure one that set us up for safety and protection. So that is, honestly, it just depends on where you're located. And again, being able to educate you on what to say to those providers, or even if our provider has someone in your area to be able to assist you with obtaining your policy. But it's necessary. It is necessary.
And also what I love about our coaching in particular is that we're going to coach you according to where you live at. Right. I can talk on this live in general because you guys are from all over the place, but the coaching will drill it down to where you live at. Right. So if that makes sense to you. And again, big shout out to the Moore family. This has happened every night now. So families are getting together and they're putting us on this big screen TV. So the Moore family has 8 people. So they're all from one family and they want to do it together, Shay. So big shout out to Brad and Melissa Moore and you guys, it's family. So thank y'all so much for being here. And one of their questions was, again, what kind of clients are they allowed to house? Hey, David, did you know that you can start your own housing program and it doesn't require you for you to own the property and you do not need a license? So how in the world would you do that? I was always told that you had to own the property and that there was always some kind of special license that you had to get from your city to do this. People always told me that there was lots of red tape to jump through. So you mean to tell me these are also not group homes? It's actually simple. They're called independent living facilities, and Forston Consultants actually created it. They hold the trademark for it. So I follow them religiously on Instagram at Forston Consultants as well as Facebook. And every Monday night at 6 p.m., they actually go live on YouTube at Forston Consultants, and I follow them there as well. So you mean to tell me my dream of becoming this housing provider that I've always dreamt of is closer than I realize? And again, you're telling me I don't need a license and I don't have to own the property. Absolutely. You do not have to own the property. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a CNA, and you can get started as soon as tomorrow. Click the link below for more information. All right. So to the Moore family, just to kind of answer your question, right? So the population that we serve, and I'm even give you my favorite population. I love the elderly adults, right? And I'm gonna just tell you why, right? For one reason, that's just for kind of what my community calls for. A part of my coaching would tell you that yes, have a vision of who you want to house, but also let the community dictate the need. So that means that if I started my program today, I said, man, Shay, you know what? I want to house elderly women from the age of 55 to 85. But what the first 18 phone calls I get, Shay, is from military veterans, middle-aged. So I like to tell you guys, great to have a vision. He that lacks vision ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Right. But let the community dictate what the need is to you. So don't you be talking about, well, I'm only going to house veterans. You get 32 phone calls your first month in it, and you turn everybody away because you want to house military veterans. That's not how this works, ladies and gentlemen. We want you guys to cater to what the community needs, especially when you first start out and you're brand new. You got to earn the right to be heard, and you got to earn the right to say, man, you know what? I'm only going to house veterans. I'm only going to house women. I'm only going to house men. Guys, I didn't get like that until I got my 4th ILF. when I pulled Shay from corporate America. We pulled Shay from corporate America. Shay was like, well, babe, what am I going to do? I said, well, honey, congratulations. You're going to house these women now.
You sure did.
And you're also going to do this in a shared living environment, just like me. But Shay, let's get you a nonprofit. In fact, that was her idea. In the beginning, Shay and I are very honest. We had no clue that was real smart to do. For Shay to have a nonprofit and for me to have a for-profit. We know today. See, some people a lot of y'all say, yep, I knew it from the beginning. That was the smart. No. We very honest. Shay, I didn't know what the heck we was doing. We just knew that when Shay was being pulled from corporate America, Shay was like, well, Derek, why should I get an LLC? You got one already. Shay, you want to go into that? Because I think that today was a genius idea by you.
It honestly, it was just let's balance the both, right? I knew that I wanted to go into, the end goal for me is single parent families and being able to build programs around them for housing, right? So I knew trying to do that from a for-profit standpoint would really be, if that's the case, I might as well just do Section 8. But I wanted to do something that was a little bit more long lasting and had a lot more benefits from a programmatic standpoint. And that's why when we sat down and we talked about it, I was like, Derek, you already have the, for-profit. Let's try something unique and go for a nonprofit organization and see how we can utilize the nonprofit and the 501c3 to help, to leverage that and get us to that final end goal, which is ultimately going to be the single parent family and building out programs that help get the single parent family, on their feet, right? And give them access to resources that technically don't exist in certain areas. Think about it, Derek. All of the research that I did as I was transitioning into the nonprofit space or even into being an entrepreneur, was more so centered around that vision, right? Which was the single parent family and being able to build a program around that. And through that, finding and doing a lot of research, we realized that there was nothing available here locally, until we found one partner. I found one partner, and that's my mentor now. And he's due to retire. So what happens once he retires? Right. So it was a matter of, okay, Derek, this is the idea. Let's kind of run with it and see what happens. It was never a tax strategy. It was never, it was never nothing, it was just a compassion project that turned into more than what we expected. And that was the blessing in it, is that, we just submitted ourselves fully to the Holy Spirit and what he was leading and prompting me to do with the housing of the single parent family. And it just automatically just shifted into something a lot bigger and better than what we expected. So, yep, that's what got me to the nonprofit.
Absolutely, Shay. I love it. And thank you so much for sharing that. So again, to the Moore family, because you guys just joined us, so excuse everybody else, but the Moore family, this is what the room looks like. You guys kind of asked, what does it look like? So most people that we serve, they can afford this model right here. So Moore family, watch this. Within the ILF model, there's actually 3 different models. The whole thing is called a shared living environment, but this room is called the shared room. That means 2 people. And just to give you an example, where I live at, those 2 beds are going to go for $700 and $700. For me, that's $1,400 per room. Now, this particular house, and we'll get into that deeper into your coaching, but these 2 beds are $800 and $800. Yeah. Different property, different location. My overhead is different. The population in this house, Shay, is also different. So I just showed y'all 2 examples, and I'm going to slow it down. In this house, this room, $700, $700. Stay in this room, because of where this house is located, the size and square footage of this house and this particular room, Shay, with that big window. Don't act like when you guys go to the beach, when y'all going on your anniversary, that window view ain't more than less than the ocean view. The ocean view is more. Say, remember that time when you booked the room that long time ago? And they advertised it as an ocean front, and we had to bend our head like this just to see the ocean.
Listen, that joke was funny.
And it's different prices.
Listen,
that's all I want to show.
Was right in COVID too. Derek decided he was gonna be fancy. He's like, I'm gonna take you away for.
Yeah, we gonna go away.
Or was it? It was our birthday.
I forgot.
It was something. But he's like, I'm gonna whisk you away, girl. And
we supposed to be in front of the ocean like this, y'all. We had to be like this.
I had a kink neck, y'all, by the time I got back.
Anyway, back to the point. Y'all see, we like to have fun too, right? But again, seriously, this room is different because of where it's located.
Yeah.
Orlando and Kissimmee for me is different.
Yeah, even
Guys, Kissimmee is over there by Disney World and Mickey Mouse. Orlando, where my houses are not near Universal Studios. It's different, everybody.
Yeah.
This same room right here, now we're back to that 700 again. No problem. But more family, this is what I meant by in terms of what it looks like. And most people that I serve, 90% of them are going to be able to afford this room. Because if we move on to something right here, I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can find that private room, Shay. Because the Moore family hadn't seen that private room. Okay. Watch this, Moore family. This is called a private suite. The private suite has a bathroom attached to it. And guess what? Brad Jones that live in this room, he don't have to share that room. He don't have to share his bathroom unless he want to be a nice guy. Brad paid for that room every month to have his own bathroom. Yep. So if Ryan and Jeff need to use the bathroom, unless Brad just want to be a nice guy, they're not welcome in his room. No. Now, I'll be honest. Most times, my guys don't care. They let anybody use their bathroom. Yeah. But I'm just showing y'all the rules of it. This guy, because he's going to pay that $960, because I'm giving y'all my prices. Watch. In fact, if you're a social worker or a case manager, I provide affordable housing in Orlando, Florida, as well as Kissimmee. Watch, guys, how I do this. Our price is only $22 to $23 a day. I just gave y'all a gem. Instead of talking about I charge $700 per bed, how great does $22 a day sound? Lord have mercy. That's the coaching that goes into this, because guess what? No matter where you live at, the raggediest hotel in your city, they still want $60 a night. Yeah. And it's full of roaches and rats and all of that stuff. So when you present this as a program and you're telling a social worker that you're taking people from homeless to hopeful and you're only $23 a day, some of you guys in terms of where you live at, you're going to be $25 a day, $27 a day. Most of y'all won't be over $30 a day. Think about that, guys. That's how you break this down to people. I don't think I've ever said that in a live. This is how you break down to a social worker that you make all the sense in the world versus sending their client to a Hotel 6 where they're still paying $60 a night, you guys. And in this environment, the more family, because you guys don't also know this, we pay for the lights, the water, the cable, the Wi-Fi, and the security system. Yep. Shay is known as a one-stop shop at the Angela Denise Foundation. Can you imagine Shay trying to charge her women for lights and water and cable and Wi-Fi? No, they're elderly women. They don't know how to do that. Shay gives them one price. Now, Shay numbers are different from mine. Shay, can you tell the people what you charge your women for a shared room?
Yeah, shared room for me starts at $680.
What do you charge for a private room, Shay?
$880.
What do you charge for a private suite, Shay?
$980.
See what I'm saying, guys? Look at that. But watch this. Shay got one property where her private suites are $900, not $980.
Correct.
So again, guys, depending on where you're located, because if you live in California, your prices are not like mine.
Nowhere near.
If you live in New Jersey, your prices are not like mine. If you live in Georgia, your prices are lower than mine. I teach a lady right now in Macon, Georgia, her rents are $450 a bed. My clients couldn't imagine $450 a bed. They thought they would hit the lottery at $450, but in Macon, Georgia, right? Sylvester, Georgia, where it's cheap at, Jessup, Georgia, rents are $400 a bed.
Even Tallahassee, Florida looks different than Orlando and everywhere else. So it's all about where you're located, right? And that's going to help make you just have to see what the cost of living is and what the clients are receiving and be a fair opportunity for housing. And that's literally what we're doing.
And Erica, you just actually asked the question that we just kind of answered, right? Shay is a nonprofit, I'm for-profit. Now, if you meet yourself, could you be both? I guess you kind of could. I can we just choose to be married and do one or the other, but Shay, take that one.
Yeah. So first and foremost, Miss Erica, a nonprofit organization can have under its wing or umbrella a for-profit. A for-profit cannot have a nonprofit under its wing. They can partner, they can collaborate, but let's say you want to add a for-profit arm. For my nonprofit, I can add a for-profit arm. So prime example, if I want to teach my ladies how to do, this is what I told Derek I want to do. If I want to teach my ladies how to do the vinyl, doing shirts and all of that stuff, and we start a business out of that initiative, we can start that for-profit underneath our nonprofit as an arm or an extension. But
what an
if
idea
you
she just gave y'all too. Wow. You said it so fast. I don't even know if they caught that.
You want me to say it again?
Really slowly. Yep.
Okay, so prime example, my ladies, I have some ladies that will never leave the ILF setting. Okay. And with that being said, they want to do things to keep their minds occupied and keep their agility and ability. So why not start a t-shirt business where I'm teaching them how to do the vinyl printing on shirts. That will be
Find the heat press and the Cricut machine.
Everything. Yep. And that is a for-profit arm
underneath
my nonprofit
wow,
organization.
That is genius.
So with that, I can do it that way. But as a for-profit, so Second Chance Housing can't say, I'm going to do a spinoff and get a nonprofit organization, right? It cannot be under Second Chance Housing. Second Chance Housing has to, do its business. And Derek may say, you know what, I'm going to start a nonprofit, but you've got to pay attention to the conflicts of interest when it comes to that. So it's like, you've got a for-profit cannot have a nonprofit, but a nonprofit can have a for-profit extension or arm. I hope that makes sense, but that is how that works. So I hope that makes sense, Ms. Erica. Let me know if that is good. Prime example with my nonprofit organization, Derek is not on my board.
Oh,
he is not a board member.
Who feels sorry for me right now? Does anybody feel sorry for me because I'm not on Shay's board?
He's not on my board.
Shay, why am I not on your board? Somebody go ask that.
So the percentage of board members that need to be made up of like strangers, they can't be family. That is a conflict of interest. So again, and because we are still in the same interest related field, if Derek did something like sold donuts, then maybe I can put him on my board, right? It's a maybe, not even a full yes. But because of our interest, there's a true conflict of interest. As a consultant, he teaches the ILF model. I utilize the ILF model. You want to keep things clean, right? So why would I put the ILF model teacher on my board of directors, and he's my husband? So those are the things you want to kind of pay attention to.
Keep it clean, right?
When you want to keep the board clean. A lot of people try to go nonprofit and they add like their cousin, their aunt, their mom, their sister, their brother, the blah, and all this becomes a hot mess. And if you want to lose your 501c3 status, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Go right on
Not
ahead.
always a good idea to put your cousin or your homeboy on there, right, Shay?
Not at all.
Yeah, got to be careful about who you're choosing for board members,
guys. It's considered stacking your board. And that's, when it comes to funding, now everybody got their hands out. Let's say you get a 10,000, 50,000, whatever grant from the feds, a federal grant, you're in trouble. Your board is stacked. And then if everybody's getting a payment, it looks like embezzlement more than it is utilizing funds for the purpose of your nonprofit organization. So you've got to be very, 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 very critical of how you build out your board of directors when it comes to a nonprofit organization. Document, and document some more.
If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right, let's jump back into it. So thank y'all again so much for being here. We super appreciate it. Thank you to the Moore family that has 8 people from their direct in-house family that is watching this. Again, everybody's got these 50-inch screen TVs. And guys, the reason why I know this is because I asked them, right? So anybody that brings your family, I want to know what size screen that you're putting us on. And I want to know how many people. Because again, right, not just to be funny, but I really love it when a family can come together and not watch the Cosby Show for 3 hours, but they can come here and listen to something that can change their life and the community in which they live in. So trust me, guys, I'm not doing that just to be like, you know what I mean? But I'm super excited when a family can get into this. Again, they run it together. No different from when I talked about, I think it was yesterday, when I talked about the two doctors that we teach this to. The doctors are too busy. But I taught, the doctor bought the package, he buys the real estate, but I teach the family, and the family runs it. So I think that's genius, because again, the doctor doesn't have time, neither does he kind of want to run it. He just wants to be the real estate guy. So in fact, I teach their family how to do it. The family runs it. The doctor of the family just keeps buying the real estate. Absolutely genius.
Expand your
Shay?
reach. Expand your reach. No, I was just saying that I love when we have families that do this, because it reminds us of us. You know, we do it as a
Yeah,
family, and I
as a
think
family.
it's such a blessing to be able to partner in business with your family if you all have the like mind, right? And everybody can see the vision and press forth to that vision. I think that is probably one of the sweetest things that we do, and I enjoy it a lot. I love being in business with my husband. Like, I love being in
Absolutely.
business with my sister in love, and my mother in love, and my late brother in love. Like, this was something that was just, it's fun. It gives you a
Yeah.
different respect
And it's
for one
purpose.
another, and
It's
it's
purpose.
so
Purpose is built into
purposeful.
it. So
It's
I
very
often tell people
purposeful.
there's nothing greater than to have a job or a business to where the financial blessing of God is already built into it.
Yeah.
And not just the financial blessing, because we all want that. But again, I truly believe that this is a ministry and a business to where the blessing of God is already built into it. So show me the cheat code to life, and I'm going to tell you that it's probably this. Because in my opinion, if you want to know the cheat code to life, serve God, serve people. It's hard to lose that way.
It really
So that's why I
is.
tell people in this business, in this ministry, because watch this. The Bible says the poor and needy will always be among us.
Yeah.
It's up to us to take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow.
widow.
Guys, that's Bible, not Derek. And no, I'm not a pastor or a bishop or a priest, but we do love God, we love people, and we love real estate. And God is so genius, Shay, he allowed us to merge all of that together, More Family. So for the More Family, you guys are new to us, but June 21st and 22nd, we also want you here. You guys are thinking about getting that ILF Mastery Blueprint. And as I promised everybody, any premium product that's purchased, I'm going to give you the general admission to the event anyway, right? So don't worry about that. And again, I know that there's a husband and wife and 6 other people, but the husband and wife at the elite ticket, one of you guys come for free. So if the wife buys the ticket, you just drag the husband for free. If the husband buy it, you drag the wife for free. And all your kids, and I think you had a nephew and a niece in these 8 people. So we want you guys to come to Orlando, Florida, June 21st, June 22nd for the ILF conference, where we're going to show you guys how to take a property and take people from homeless to hopeful, and you don't have to buy it. More Family thought they had to buy this property. One of the biggest things that they like us about already, that you can lease or rent this property. So again, in 2024, this year, June 21st, we're going to give you guys all the insights, all the tools, and we're going to bring all the people together. So I'm excited, Shay, because we're bringing a tax lien, tax deed expert. We're bringing somebody that also does creative financing and to show you how to get into a rental property with no money out of your pocket, and how to build relationships with landlords and how to get the landlord to say yes.
Hello.
That's most of y'all biggest problem. I'm also bringing the social workers and case managers that want to meet you all, especially if you're opening an ILF. They want your phone number, they want your email address, and they want to build a relationship with you.
It's so much.
No other conference you can go to where the people are going to bring the pieces of the puzzle to you. I'm bringing case managers that will beg for your service, because 2 of them specifically, the company they work for is so large, they work over multiple states.
Yeah.
Whereas most people that we work with, they only work in Florida. These particular case managers work in multiple states and multiple cities. So bring your idea, bring your ILF, bring your vision, because I got people that want to help you put it together.
And connect. Connection is key. And this is what I'm excited for about this conference, Lord, Derek. Derek, the conference is so, like, our preparation for this conference and the way we're putting things together it's never done before from our standpoint. We have other people that do the same housing model, guys. That we're like, Derek and I were just talking about this today, and I said what I love about what we do and how we're able to say to other people that are in the same niche as us to say, hey, come, let's partner. Let's show people that this is a viable option, and not show them that, like, we can work together but still serve the same population. Like, we can work together and build bridges to help communities. And that's what we want people to see. We want people to see that independent living facilities, shared living accommodations, people that are doing the same thing, meeting similar needs, can come together and show you how it is done in different areas, and how they even target different, not target, but care for or cater to different niche markets. So I'm excited to see all of our guest speakers, and I'm so excited to hear them pour into our guests, Derek, because not only do we know, and what we're doing with this conference is, one, showing you how to bridge the barrier, how to break down the barrier, of obtaining property, right? We know that can be one of the most sore spots in this
that's
whole
the hardest
process,
part about what we do.
right?
Don't even sugarcoat it.
Right.
Yep.
It can be the sore spot in this whole process, but why not bring somebody that can help you to position yourself financially and physically by learning tax liens and tax deeds, right? Being able to acquire a property through that method or mechanism. So why not start like an HRA first, right, Derek? And every time you get funding, you put that aside to now go to the tax lien and tax deed sale.
That's it.
And then if you don't win the house, guess what? You've increased your income with the fees, the taxes and the fees and the interest and all that stuff.
Because you get your money back with the fees, the interest and stuff.
Absolutely. So here's ways to not just say, I want to be on the sidelines. I don't want you on the sidelines yelling, I want to do this, but there's no means. We're giving you the means to the end, right? You have an idea. We're going to show you how to implement it. Let's get rid of the excuses. Come join us on June the 21st and 22nd. Let us show you how to take the idea of starting a housing program. Heck, it don't even have to be a housing program. Whatever idea you want to start, come to this event and let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. Get an elite ticket. Let's break bread together at the dinner table at an exclusive steakhouse, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about your idea. Let's talk about bringing that idea to implementation. Let's see how we can wrap all of these people that will be here at this event around you to help encourage you, to nurture you, and to also push you and really push you into your purpose. Like I said, I'm excited for this event. I can't say it enough, Derek. I just want to see people's face in the place, right? I want you all to come, get fed, not just physically, but get fed emotionally and spiritually.
Get pushed into your purpose. Together. I like that.
What was that?
You said earlier, get pushed into your purpose. I love that. Sometimes that needs to be a t-shirt, actually.
Sometimes people don't realize what they have in them until somebody pushes it or forces it out of them. I mean, Derek, come on, let's be real. You've always had a business mind. You've always been someone with great ideas. But when it came to the ILF model, how long did you talk about this? And it got to the point where I was so sick and tired of hearing this. We went on vacation and he talked about it. We came back from vacation. He was still talking about it. A month went past. I said, listen, it's either you're going to do something or you're not. So I'm going to push you into this. What do you need to do? We sat down at the kitchen table and we had that as a meeting place where we met every 2 weeks. And we started knocking things off the list. What's next? Okay, you've got the business. Okay, you've got the EIN. You've got this. You've got that. Okay, what's next? Who do we need to call? What research do we need to do? Who do we need to what do we need
implement
to
it
do?
now? Yeah, you got the idea. Got to implement it. The only difference between my implementation and you guys is I stumbled upon mine because, again, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Your implementation is going to be much easier because I'm bringing the pieces to the puzzle. So there will not be an excuse, right? So if you guys got any questions or any concerns, again, of how we do this or any questions about the event, because I'm getting ready to go over the elite ticket, the VIP ticket, and as well as the general admission ticket. So again, if you got questions, let us know. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I finally did what you guys been asking me to do for probably about 2 or 3 years now. We get a lot of questions for people that says, Derek, do you just sell the paperwork? Derek, do you have a do-it-yourself version? And guys, I'll admit, we've never had that. We truly believe in the one-on-one coaching. But the more that we listen to you all as our customers and as our family, my job is to do what you guys need, which is a lot of people have been asking for the do-it-yourself version of the ILF Mastery Blueprint. So guys, we've done that. So for only $2,497, we've created a version of the ILF Mastery Blueprint where you can actually do it at your own pace, And again, everything's involved except for me being the one-on-one coach. So again, one more time, we want to offer to you guys a do-it-yourself version of the ILF Mastery Blueprint. And you guys can visit forstonconsultants.com/IMB And that's for people that says, Derek, I just want the paperwork. And Derek, I don't need your one-on-one coaching. I want to do this at my own self-pace. And guys, we've listened. So we've developed the ILF Mastery Blueprint do-it-yourself version. And again, for only under $2,500, that's a no-brainer. And that is something that you want. You guys can either visit the website or simply just text my team DIY to the phone number 407-326-0086. One more time, you can text the word DIY to 407-326-0086, and we'll get you the information that you need to be able to move forward so that you can do it at your own pace. Have a great day, and we'll see you at the top. All right. So that right there, guys, is for people that say, well, Derek, I just want the paperwork, man. And I can't make that June event, Derek. So I'll still want to do it. But Derek, I'm booked in June already. So in fact, 2 people purchased yesterday that said, Derek, I can't come. Right. But what's crazy is that I'm giving a free ticket, guys, for every premium product that we have. So this DIY version, if you purchase the DIY right now, you actually get a complimentary ticket to June. If you purchase the ILF Mastery Blueprint right now, you also get the complimentary ticket to June. And I think we only have 2 slots available for that ICC program. That's a special group of 10 people to where they actually get the ILF Mastery Blueprint one-on-one coaching for only $2,700. I think there's still 2 slots left for that. But back to the event, guys, June 21st, June 22nd, the VIP ticket comes with a day 2. So day 2 is the actual tour. Shay, you want to talk about the tour and how that's going to go?
Well, the tour is actually my favorite part, one of my favorite parts of this event. You get to come and see a totally renovated and rehabbed facility or home that we were able to purchase. And not only that, you get to come in and spend some time with some of my residents and get to ask them questions. What is their experience like? You get to that encounter, that interaction with some of our residents who've been with us been with me for many, many, many years. And this is their safe space. And we're allowing you all to come on and hang out with them and have that interaction so you can see what it's like from a client or resident standpoint of living in an independent living facility ran and operated by the Angela Denise Foundation. So that's probably one of my exciting moments, is going to be able to show people what it looks like, how it's run, and again, the clientele type, the resident type. I think people get the misconception of who we house and the people that we serve. Yes, they may have a diagnosis, but they're not their diagnosis, right? Everybody can overcome a sickness or an illness just by putting in the necessary work. And these individuals that I house, these ladies that I house, Derek, have done that. And not only that, we've got some of them that have really gone from homeless to hopeful. And some of them, just because of their diagnosis, they're not able to maintain a job, and they're not able to live like we normally would, but they have a safe place to call home. They love company. That's the only reason why I'm letting y'all in my house. My ladies love these individuals, love company, and they will talk your whole head off. So I hope y'all ready. And I'm just excited to again that you really witness to what we do and how I do it through a nonprofit organization. Derek, I've got several walkthroughs this week, and this has been a pleasure and a blessing to us to be able to open the doors. And this is something that we often do, is we open the doors to our case managers, social workers, for them to see who we're housing, how we're housing them. Now, believe me, y'all, I'm not taking them to the place where my other population is at, that are under security and all of that. We don't do that. But I take y'all to a home that is with like-minded individuals that know that we do this and are totally with inviting you into their space to say, hey, come check out how we're living and see what the Angela Denise Foundation has done for us.
Absolutely. And also what's part of that VIP ticket, Shay, is that they also get the meet and greet with the speakers, right? So that's going to be a special moment just with them.
Yeah.
For further kind of digging into maybe, or for some of that knowledge that they heard.
Yeah.
But also they'll get that whole swag bag and everything. But like you said, Shay, the highlight for this right here and why a lot of people are getting the VIP ticket. They want to see it,
Mhm.
right? They want to feel it, smell it, touch it. It's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to
Yeah.
be online, but it is different when you could actually walk through one of these facilities that again, that not only is furnished, but women are actually living in it. So we've
Mhm.
done walkthroughs where the house was just fully furnished and it was decked out, it was brand new, it was ready to go, and blah, 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 blah. But this is the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually allowing the client and resident interaction. So I think you guys should definitely appreciate that and definitely consider that. And then the elite ticket is what probably, again, my favorite, because the spouse gets to come for free.
I'm excited about the nums.
And also the exclusive dinner that's going to be Saturday night. So not only do you guys get that VIP tour Saturday afternoon, but we're going to see you guys again that night at a really swanky restaurant. Most likely it's going to be at one or two or maybe three places, but probably just one or two places. And again, probably one of the finest restaurants, both of them in Orlando, Florida. And we're just excited about that. Professional photos, opportunities, but also the post one-day event. So I'm already getting people that said that that's what they're excited about, right? They want to get more of us in a one-on-one setting and a virtual setting that they can also be kind of a master class. So I'm looking forward to pouring back into everybody that purchased the elite ticket. I want to take you guys deeper for another one-day event. After that, this is all over. We'll schedule it and we'll do a one-day mastermind absolutely for free. Nothing else added to that. So Dennis, in this independent living facility model, right, which y'all call ILFs, what kind of residents can I house in this kind of model? David, that's a great question. And that's actually what makes the ILF model so great, is because it's flexible. So prime example, you can house military veterans, elderly adults, women that are escaping domestic violence, and the list goes on and on and on. So Dennis, where do you get your residents from? I see you guys on TikTok and Facebook, you guys getting all of these houses. Like, where in the world are you getting these people from? Yeah, that's actually pretty easy. Forston Consultants teaches us to use social media such as Instagram, Facebook, to let people know who we are, what we do, but probably most importantly, who do we serve? And we do that very consistently. So every day, 7 days a week, there's something being posted about what we do and who we serve, but also building relationships with social workers and case managers. Again, letting them know who we are, what we do, and most importantly with them, that we're available. Dennis, how in the world are you able to do this without a license, bro? David, remember the reason why we don't need a license, because remember, the clients that we serve, they're independent. So that means that they can take their own medications, they can provide their own transportation, and they can cook and provide their own food. Dennis, man, you seem to know a lot about this independent living stuff, man. How do you know so much? Well, first of all, I graduated from Forston Consultants University, and I have a master's degree in independent living facilities. And I join the Forston crew every Monday on YouTube at 6 p.m. Eastern. They go live, and that guy Derek, man, he give the game away. So I'm always there. So Dennis, what in the world are the requirements to get started with something like this? The only requirement for this, David, is a big heart for God, his people, and the love for real estate. That's it. And bro, don't think I ain't listening, because I am listening, but where can I find more information like this at, man? Because I really want to get started, man. David, if I were you, I'd follow Derek Forston on Facebook and TikTok, and then I'd follow Forston Consultants on everything else in terms of Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. Again, really slowly, David, because you're hard-headed. I'd follow Derek Forston at Facebook on his personal page. I'd follow him on TikTok, but I will also follow Forston Consultants on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Don't forget, David. Hey, Dennis, man, I really appreciate that, man. I'm going to do exactly what you told me to do. I'm going to follow Forston Consultants on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. No problem, David. That's actually what I'm here for. And by all right, so let's jump back into it. So Shay, as we begin to close, man, just want to tell you guys again that we're looking forward to seeing you guys June 21st and 22nd. Again, we're super excited, and I'll admit, super tired too, because there's a lot that goes into this. Because again, we're not only just teachers of it, right? Shay said it earlier. Shay posted a video, I think yesterday. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. And she talked about, we're not just kind of talkers about this, we're doers of it. So we live this every day. So I'm not somebody that's just relaxing and chilling all day and then just jump on the live. Guys, I'm literally working this thing all day long, working with my team of virtual assistants for all the other 8 businesses. And then we jump on here to still give you guys the game. Because remember, I promised God many years ago that if he made this work for me, that I promised that I would go all over the world teaching it, and I would never take any credit for it. So we always give God all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. And trust me, guys, I am nobody without God. But with God, I can do all things through Christ because he is who strengthens me. And again, our goal is to show you guys again how maybe you can resign from your job to do this. Or maybe you're like the lady that I talked to today on strategy coach. She said, well, Derek, this is kind of my job. I'm already involved in social work and case management. This is my business. So why would she quit her job? You just add to it. So some of you guys don't have to quit or resign from your job. You can simply just add to your ministry of what you're already doing. Or if you're somebody that doesn't have a job that stress you out, that don't take all your time during the daytime, consider keeping both. So that's a part of my coaching, knowing when to leave your job or should you actually keep it. Because some of y'all shouldn't leave your job yet. Some of you guys should leverage both for a little while and then find out through trial and error and through time, when should you leave? Because even though I did leave my job, I often tell people, because I'm honest, I probably left my job too early. If I could do it all over again with what I know today, I wouldn't have left my job as kind of like when I did. But again, everything's in God's timing, and I don't control nothing when it comes to my life. I pray every day that God is guiding me and leading me by his Holy Spirit. So again, before we close, I'm going to let Shay chime in again. But again, June 21st, June 22nd, don't forget, purchase your ticket, general, VIP, or elite. Bring your family, but also become an affiliate of it. So I literally put it in the chat, ilfconference.com/affiliate. You guys can actually make money off of this by just advertising to your email campaigns. Some of y'all got hundreds and thousands of people in your email. Send it out. In fact, my team will build the content for you.
Yeah.
Right? And then you guys can just send it out. Because again, your job is to get the word out, but also you're going to make 10% of each sale that you make. So whether that's a $397 ticket, $697, or that $997, you guys can make 10% of that. So some people have the idea to sell so many tickets that that's going to pay for their ticket. I actually kind of like that idea.
And their stay. We have some
Right.
people that
So,
say
yeah,
they want to get their whole trip paid for by their
just being an
by their
affiliate.
affiliates.
So
I'm
again, if
excited
you're
about
somebody that has a big email list, a big email, like just a bunch of people, consider using that to also spread the word, because believe it or not, you will be spreading the gospel and ministry by doing this. Because remember, not Derek, but the Bible says the poor and needy will always be among us. And guys, we're bringing a solution to your city. So guess who we even sent emails to today? The mayor of our city.
That's right.
The commissioner, seat 1, seat 2, and seat 3. The mayor of Orlando and all the commissioners, because why not invite people that understand that this is a problem with affordable housing? So again, if you just by chance, Mr. Mayor or Commissioner that happen to be listening to this, you are cordially invited June 21st and 22nd to Orlando, Florida at the Landy. Is that right, Shay?
The Hotel.
The Hotel Landy, where we're teaching people in the city of Orlando and all surrounding areas how to take people from homeless to hopeful and how to be a part of the solution when it comes to affordable housing. If you're in Orlando and you are a commissioner or a mayor or anybody that has to do with anything when it comes to housing, Forston Consultants want to join you all, and we want to invite you to our event. Bring your presence, bring your stature, right? Bring all of your education, and also bring your need and the want for us to fill the need for affordable housing. We want to share the stage with you. So again, if you're a mayor, commissioner, or you deal in affordable housing in Orange County, Osceola County, if you're in Seminole County, again, we invite you June 21st, June 22nd to the ILF conference. Visit ilfconference.com and don't meet us there. Try to beat me there. Miss Shay, it's on you.
Listen, as always, I enjoy having these rooms and these opportunities to share our information with everybody. Again, just please, we ask that if this is something that is interesting to you, don't let the interest of wanting to do this outweigh the heart posture that's needed to do this. We're dealing with a population of individuals that are on the fringes of life, that have situations and circumstances that none of us will be able to understand or know unless we've been there ourselves. So when you come into this space and you come into wanting to do or be an independent living facility owner and operator, know that you are going to be the change maker in somebody's lives. you're going to be that person that breathes life back into a desperate or destitute place. So remember, as you join us at this event, join us with the right mindset, the right heart posture, and that is to truly help people that are in need for a hand up. Not a handout. Not everybody that's hurting or in a situation like this needs a handout. They're just looking for a hand out of that situation so that they can be the best version of them, and that they can literally get out there and change the way things have been for the last several months or years. I tell people this all the time. A lot of people are just one paycheck away from being homeless themselves. Yeah. A lot of people are one bad decision or just one financial or illness away from being a couch surfer. Somebody is just that close. And as we turn and look at our neighbors that we work with and those that we connect and communicate with on a daily basis, we don't know their situation or their circumstance. That person that you work with every day may be that person that needs that hand up. And you may be that person that can do it for them. So I just say, when you come to this event, come with the open heart. Come with an open mind, and come with a posture of being a servant. And that's to serve those that are really those that are in need, right? The word says, when have you clothed me? When have I clothed you? And when have I fed you? And the Lord says, when you've done this unto the least of these, it's like you've done it unto me. Amen. And that's something that we stand on so strongly, knowing that as we do to the least of these, we are pleasing and honoring the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So I look forward to seeing you all here in Orlando on June the 21st and 22nd. Let's make a significant change in our community. Let's do something that will rock our nation. Let's be the lights in darkness. Let's be salt in light, right? Let's be the salt of the earth. And let's really do it with dignity. Let's do it differently. And let's show people that they do matter. They do exist, and we see them. We hear them, and we're here to help them get out of that place and into a new trajectory for life, and a life of purpose and fulfillment. So that's all I have to say to y'all tonight. Again, I look forward to seeing you on June 21st and 22nd.
All right. Sounds good to me, Shay. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. Amen, amen, and amen. You guys be great. Don't wait to be great. And we'll see you guys back in this room Saturday at 10 a.m. But also, if you haven't yet, make sure you join the ILF Academy. That's a free Facebook group. Again, it's called the ILF Academy. One more time, the ILF Academy. Join it. Absolutely free. Cater to some of my newer people. So we're doing a lot of core teaching there. In fact, I'm probably going live in that group either Thursday or Friday. But one more time, make sure that you guys join the ILF Academy. And again, we want to make sure that we also see you guys back in this room at Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And again, pray about it tonight, right? But we want to see you guys in June. We pray that everybody has great health and great finances all the way up into the event. No devil in hell can come in between what God has already put on your heart. Okay, can we all agree on that? That we will not let any devil in hell stop what God has already put on your heart, which is for most of us, housing the homeless and the displaced and being involved in real estate in such a way to where we're caring for God's people. Again, you guys be great. Don't wait to be great. And we'll see you Saturday, 10 a.m. Hey, what's going on, family? Just to let you know really quick, everything that you're listening to right now, I actually have it in a more structured way in a webinar. So when you guys get done here, go to forstonconsultants.com, click the tab that says webinars, and there's 2 webinars there. One is for you to be the actual ILF operator, meaning that you want to do it. And then the other one is the HRA. That stands for Housing Referral Agency, where you're able to take people from homeless to hopeful, and you actually don't need the real estate. It stands for Housing Referral Agency, and we call it a business in a box. But definitely go to forstonconsultants.com, watch both of those webinars, then set up a free strategy call with me and my team, and let's see how we can get you started. Back to the show. Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying the content, but I just want to let you know there's still time to apply for the scholarship for the ILF Mastery Blueprint, and that's our one-on-one coaching. So there's a lot that comes with it. So I'm just going to guide you guys to the website so that you can kind of check it out for yourself after we're done here. So you're going to visit forstonconsultants.com. Then you're going to click the tab that says products and services. the first thing that's going to pop up is the I-11 Mastery Blueprint. Click that tab that says Learn More, and it's literally going to give you step-by-step instruction of what you can do, and it's real easy, of how you can apply and win the scholarship to apply to the price so that you can get our one-on-one coaching here at Forston Consultants. Let's get back to the content. If you've ever had a dream to house the homeless or the displaced or to start your own housing program, but the barrier for you was actually getting the real estate to do it in, we got something that's almost even better for you. And it's called the HRA, Business in a Box. The HRA allows you to be a housing referral agency to where you still can house the homeless and the displaced and start a housing program, but it doesn't require the real estate. You don't have to buy it, lease it, or rent it. You're going to leverage other people that actually have the real estate and then make a referral fee. So we want to give you more information about that. We have a 14-minute free webinar that breaks the HRA down. So no more an excuse of not having the house to do it or not being able to buy or rent or lease a house. Because if God is putting your heart to start this program, start it. So step number 1, get an LLC and brand it, right? Step number 2, start getting the word out about who you are and what you do and that you offer housing. And again, after watching the HRA webinar, consider the HRA Business in a Box, because in that will be everything that you need to start your own housing program, and you never actually need the property. We're going to teach you how to leverage other people to still make your dreams come true. So the HRA Business in a Box is only $19.97. Check it out. Also bring your questions here to YouTube so that we can answer it for you. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you catch us at. But don't forget, the HRA stands for Housing Referral Agency, and you don't need the property to still make an impact in your community.
Otis Forston of Noah's Ark.
Hey, let's go. Hey, check us out. Y'all ready to be great? All right. So y'all say let's be. Y'all say great. Let's be. Let's be. Let's be. All right, let's get it, D. Wow.
In life, things are going to always happen, right? Life is going to get in the way sometimes, but we got to move forward, right? We got to continue to move forward, no matter what that looks like. Some days we're going to run, some days we're going to walk, and some days we're going to crawl. And guys, there's going to be some days the only thing that we're going to be able to do is lean forward, right? But it's super important that we move forward, right? And continue to just continue to grind, continue to ask God for his help and his grace. Because one thing about God's grace, his grace is so sufficient that it will carry us through our toughest journeys. So I just want to come to you guys today and encourage you guys, no matter what happens, even when life gets in the way, let's move forward.
People on this earth are waiting for you to get started. They got money, they got provisions, they got furniture, and they got a house for y'all. But they don't even know you exist. Y'all can clap.